Hello and welcome back to Chefwannabe's Life. Today I'm going to do a little bit of a different video for you. If you don't know, my YouTube channel was hacked and I got it back in only just under a week. And so to other YouTube creators, I want to give you a few tips and tricks of how, if this happens, to get your channel back sooner rather than later. So, when I came home one day from being out with my husband, I went to get on my YouTube channel and it said I had been signed out. So I thought, okay, this is really super odd. So I tried on my computer and same thing, I had been signed out. So when I tried to recover my password or verify who I was, it came back with this big long, obviously international phone number. All my information had been changed. My channel was now taken over by someone else in another country, and I had no idea what to do. I just went straight to panic because my videos were gone and I couldn't get into YouTube Studio, I couldn't get into my Gmail, I couldn't get into anything. So I went straight to freak out because that's what I do. I freaked out first. And then I told some friends of mine from YouTube that this had happened on Messenger, and Tony, you sweetheart, she sent me to somebody on Instagram that I should friend on Instagram who also had this happen. No Guts, No Glory was the channel. And she said, I bet she'll have some advice for you. And I had told another friend of mine, Alex from Life of a City Girl, and she got right to finding me a video, found me this video and sent it to me. And it was this man saying he had gotten his channel hacked and he got it back in like 4 days. And I, in the meantime, am hearing, oh my gosh, I've heard it can take weeks, even months, if you ever even get it back. And I'm like, oh my Lanta, I know I have a really little channel, but it means the world to me. All of you mean the world to me. And I was just, I prayed so hard. So, what I'm here to tell you is the first place you need to go and the information you really need to have to speed things up. So I first went to YouTube on Twitter, and then somehow or another, I think via that video, and if I can find the link to that video, I will put it in the description box below because he was so helpful. And I believe it ended up being like Team YouTube that you had to go to on Twitter. So I messaged them, told them what happened, gave them my email address, and they sent me, the correspondence was just like never ending in a good way. They didn't take long at all, maybe an hour or so to get back to me, and it was just constant. You know, I might have had to have waited a few hours here and there, but they were so prompt. I am so thankful for the people at Team YouTube because they work very hard to get you results right away, and I'm so thankful for that. So they sent me a form. They asked me if I knew maybe when my account would have been compromised. I will never, mark my words, I will never use a public Wi-Fi again. No way, Jose. Won't happen. So, because I'm sure that's when it happened. Well, it turned out it was like January 4th or something when it was compromised. They ask when the last time you logged in was. And most importantly, they will ask you because they got into my AdSense as well, they will ask you your YouTube ID and your AdSense ID. So, 2 days goes by because I don't know those things. Please take those things down, screenshot them, print them, keep them in a safe place, because you guys, I mean, this can happen to anybody at any time, and I will not be left unprepared again. So your AdSense ID, you should be able to find in your AdSense. But if you're locked out of the account, there's no way to do that. So they kept telling me in my welcome email from AdSense, at the top should be my AdSense ID. Must have deleted that email. Go me. So I couldn't offer them that information. So then they asked for my YouTube channel ID. And I'm like, oh, well, that's easy. www.youtube.com/Chefwannabe's life. No. You have an ID if you go into your advanced settings, and it's like UPR42J6L. I mean, it's a long compilation of numbers and letters. Some are uppercase, some are lowercase. I mean, it's a cluster. But that is your ID, your URL ID, your YouTube ID. So make sure that you have that information, because I didn't have that information. It would have been, I probably would have had my channel back in 3 days. But we ended up getting around all of that. And finally, they told me how to get around that. And they send you a form, and it's easy. You make sure that if you think your account's been compromised, or if it in fact has, make sure that you keep a note of that somewhere when you think it was compromised. It's not going to make a difference if you get your channel back or not. If you have, I told them I thought it was compromised on the 3rd. It was compromised on the 4th. And the thing is that they know if you're somebody who's being truthful or trying to, run a scam. And I just wanted to, I thought that it might be helpful to others just to have this information down, because you just never know. And like I said, I know I'm a small channel, and I don't know if they thought I would just give it up and start a new channel, which would have been devastating. But I would have done it because I love my channel. I love my subscribers. And if I can be of help to someone else, then do that. So be proactive and screenshot, write down, print that AdSense ID, the YouTube ID that you've got. It won't be your channel name at the end. It'll be a series of numbers and letters. So, Team YouTube on Twitter is the first place you need to go. And then make sure that you keep in constant communication with them, because they will email you. I mean, sometimes it'll be 20 minutes and sometimes it might be 3 or 4 hours. But they are so on top of it, and I'm so grateful for that. At least they were for me, and that's all I can go by. And the man whose video I watched, it seemed that he had the same experience. So nobody wants you to lose your channel. And don't give it up. If something happens, don't just throw in the towel. Feel free to DM me on Instagram or Facebook or something if you need some encouragement or a little bit of assistance. I'm no pro, but let me tell you, I learned an awful lot while trying to get my channel back. And I just thought if I threw this information out into the universe, maybe it would help somebody else who unfortunately could have this happen in the future. So I think that's it. Like I said, get that AdSense ID and the YouTube channel ID written down, filed away, something. I have that in so many places in my house now. It's basically become interior design decor. So I hope that you all have a great day. I pray this never happens to you. I'm so grateful that I was able to get my channel back. And if you haven't subscribed, I would love for you to do that. My next video coming up is going to be a delicious Mexican rice video. And then who knows what we'll get into after that. So thank you so much for being here. I would love it if you would give this video a like, share it with other content creators, if you so choose. And I will see you in my next video. Until we meet again, as always, do not forget to eat good food. Bye, everybody.